Generation Z, often called Gen Z, refers to the group of people born roughly between the mid to late 1990s and the early 2010s, although exact dates can vary slightly depending on the source. This generation comes right after Millennials and before Generation Alpha, making them the first true digital native generation in history. Unlike older generations who had to adapt to the rise of the internet, Gen Z was born into a world where smartphones, social media, high-speed internet, and instant access to information were already part of everyday life. Because of this, their behaviors, communication styles, and worldview are deeply shaped by technology and globalization. Gen Z tends to consume content quickly and prefers short-form media like TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts over longer formats, although they still engage with long-form content when it provides real value or entertainment. They are known for having shorter attention spans compared to previous generations, but this is often misunderstood. In reality, they are highly efficient at filtering content and deciding quickly what is worth their time. Education and learning have also changed for Gen Z, as they rely heavily on online resources, digital platforms, and self-learning tools rather than traditional methods alone, often using YouTube tutorials, online courses, and AI tools to gain skills quickly. Socially, Gen Z is considered one of the most diverse and inclusive generations, valuing equality, representation, and open conversations about identity, mental health, and social justice. They are more likely to support brands and companies that align with their values, which has forced businesses to adapt their marketing strategies to be more authentic, transparent, and socially responsible. Financially, many Gen Z individuals face unique challenges, including rising living costs, student debt in some countries, and economic uncertainty, which has made them more cautious and practical about money compared to millennials at the same age. As a result, many in Gen Z are focused on side hustles, freelancing, and entrepreneurship, often using platforms like Shopify, Fiverr, YouTube, and TikTok to generate income. Career-wise, they tend to prioritize flexibility, work-life balance, and meaningful work over traditional corporate stability, and they are less likely to stay in one job for many years if it does not meet their expectations. Another key trait of Gen Z is their strong awareness of global issues such as climate change, political instability, and economic inequality, largely due to constant exposure to news and information online. This awareness can make them more socially conscious but can also contribute to higher levels of stress and anxiety, which is why mental health is a major topic within this generation. Unlike older generations that may have stigmatized mental health discussions, Gen Z is more open about seeking help, therapy, and talking about emotional well-being. Communication styles have also shifted significantly, with Gen Z favoring informal, fast, and visually driven communication such as memes, emojis, GIFs, and short text messages rather than long emails or phone calls. They also value authenticity over perfection, which is why raw and relatable content often performs better than highly polished or scripted material. In terms of consumer behavior, Gen Z is highly research-driven and skeptical of traditional advertising, often relying on peer reviews, influencers, and real user experiences before making purchasing decisions. They are also more likely to support small businesses and independent creators, especially those they discover on social media platforms. Politically and culturally, Gen Z is often described as progressive, but their views can vary widely depending on their background, region, and personal experiences. What sets them apart most is their adaptability and ability to navigate rapid change, as they have grown up during a time of major technological advancements, global crises like the COVID-19 pandemic, and shifting cultural norms. This has made them resilient but also more cautious about the future. Overall, Gen Z represents a generation that is highly connected, digitally skilled, socially aware, and focused on creating a life that aligns with their personal values rather than simply following traditional paths set by previous generations, making them one of the most influential and transformative generations shaping the future of society, business, technology, and culture.